Good afternoon and welcome everybody. I'm so glad you're joining our Mayo meditation. Um, my name is Pauline and I'm a physical therapist here in Scottsdale or in Phoenix, Arizona. And I've been doing this for 12 or 13 years. I'm not even sure how many years it's been, and it's every first and third Monday of the month, unless there's a holiday in between. Happy October. Here in Arizona, we're very excited about it being October because it means that, we can actually sometimes open our windows and we can go outside again and not feel like we're frying. So we get very, very happy here. And this is the good time of the year. And I hear from those of you that are more up north in Minnesota or in Wisconsin, you're also enjoying this season and then getting ready for winter. So we're on complete opposites, but I think these transition zones like spring and fall are good for all of us. So today I was asked to present in a few weeks at one of the Mayo Clinic, for one of the Mayo Clinic departments. They have an event going on for their patients and talk about mindfulness, meditation, relaxation, and memory. And I just barely really started doing a little research on the topic. And I thought, well, let's do a little brief introduction in what I've learned so far, what I know so far, and probably to be continued at the next time we're meditating. So I'm wondering if maybe you've ever had the experience that you went to the mall or even to work and you came back and you're like, oh my God, I have no idea where I parked my car. Anybody? And you're walking around like clicking, your car, hoping that you're going to hear a sound of your car, like figuring out where it is. Or you're wanting to go somewhere and you have no idea where you put your car keys. Little things like that where, I figured that probably I'm in good company here. And you're like, God, how do I not know where it is? And sometimes then what happens is we get like stressed because we want to leave, or we want to find our car, and like, what if we can't find it? And then actually, especially with the key example, we might actually look for it and can't really find it, only to then find it in a really obvious spot that we just walked by like 3 or 4 times. We just didn't see them. I mean, how interesting is that, right? And I'm just going to assume you all have had that experience. So this is what I've learned is that when we're stressed and we produce cortisol, our nervous system, or we produce cortisol to basically get into that fight-flight state. It's like we start operating in tunnel vision, and we have such tunnel vision that we only see like what's right in front of us, and it doesn't really register too well. We don't actually like enjoy the view and have like a broader view. So let's say, we can't find those keys. We're looking for them frantically and we can't see them. It's literally, we don't see them. It doesn't register because we're so preoccupied with finding the keys. And then when we actually relax a bit more and take a breath, then actually we do see them. It's like our vision narrows down and it just doesn't register, even though we're staring right at it. And like with parking our car, what can happen is that we're just in deep thought. It's kind of mindless. We can be mindless when we're going to the mall. We see a parking spot, put the car there, but we're actually really thinking of something else, like thinking about what we're going to get, or we only have so much time, or just having something different on our mind. And so then it doesn't really register in our memory where we put that car. If it's like a brand new place, probably we actually really pay attention. We might actually be smart and take a little screenshot or something, or drop a pin or whatever. But I think it's even more so when it's something that we do on a daily basis. Something that actually doesn't require much brain power, and then we actually don't remember where we put it because we weren't giving it any thought. We were kind of mindless. And the other thing, so why meditation would be helpful is because it really trains us multiple ways. Number one, when we meditate on a regular basis, our nervous system is more in a state of calm. And in that state of calm, we are more aware of what is happening in our surroundings. And we are more clear with, seeing the details. So we have a greater chance we see the keys. The other thing is that when we're more mindful by meditating on a regular basis, we might actually be able to focus more and to actually pay attention to even the kind of mundane things like parking our car. And have noticed like what the car looks like, or that it's right by this lamppost, or it's right across the entrance of the mall, or something like that. We're actually aware. And when we meditate on a regular basis, we are just more aware. And then a third might be that when we meditate on a regular basis, we're processing past experiences on a very consistent basis. Let's say we meditate every day, and I'm just making up an example. Let's say we meditate every day at the end of the day, or at the beginning of the day, it doesn't matter. When we sit to meditate, you might have noticed that often we have a lot of thoughts coming up initially, and then that slowly calms down typically. And that really is our mind kind of processing our experiences. And when we process those experiences, we just have more room for new impressions. And so there's the physiology behind all that is much more complicated. Certain parts of the brain kind of get disconnected a bit when we have a lot of cortisol on board, and other parts of the brain are just more alert. But I think these three ways are just a very simple way of explaining it. First of all, regular meditation, we're clearing out past and digesting past experiences. Meditating on a regular basis helps us to focus and be more present. And then the third one is we manage our stress level, and when we're in a calmer state, we remember more. And I think those are really, really important reasons to meditate on a regular basis. Because I personally want to remember things, and I think life is a little bit better when we, really truly pay attention to the moment, instead of living in our head and just still digesting the past, or kind of dwelling about or thinking about the future. So being present has lots of benefits. So having said all that, sit back in your chair, get relaxed, maybe do a little stretch if you feel the need for it. I feel the need for lengthening my body, and so I put my hands overhead and I just reach out, reaching my ribs away from my pelvis, side shifting a little bit. If you're joining later, maybe mute yourself so we don't hear your sounds. Maybe placing your hands behind your head and resting the back of your head into your hands, opening those elbows, lifting the chest. Taking a nice breath, maybe side bending, lifting one elbow a little higher than the other, lifting the one side, the ribs away from the pelvis, and then back to the center. Do the same to the other side. And then maybe lifting your arms one more time, and then shaking your arms out, shaking your shoulders out, or shake whatever needs to be shaken out for you to be comfortable. And then let's sit back. And then place your hands either with your palms facing upward or downward on your lap. If you're lying down, modify the instructions that work for you. And allow yourself to rest back against the backrest. If you're super sleepy, it might be helpful to sit away from the backrest so you actually stay awake. Otherwise, just enjoy the backrest and feel your feet on the ground. If you like, maybe close your eyes. If that doesn't feel like a good idea, just gaze down at your desk or at your floor or at your legs, wherever you are. And just notice for a moment the sounds around you. Sounds in the room, sounds outside of the room or outside of your home if you're working from home. Even the sounds from your own body. No need to figure them out, but to simply allow those sounds to come to your ears. Notice whatever taste is present in your mouth. Notice if there's a particular scent. Do you smell anything? If you've been in the same room for a longer time, it might smell completely neutral because your body is now used to it. Notice the state of your mind. Does your mind feel pretty busy? Does your mind feel pretty calm? This is not the time to fix anything, change anything. It's just like taking inventory right now. And then for a moment, scan your body. Feeling your feet on the floor, your lower legs, your knees, thighs, top and bottom. Your bottom and your pelvic floor resting on your seat. Feeling your whole back from tailbone all the way up to where your skull begins. Feeling where your back is resting against the backrest if you're leaning back. And where perhaps there is no support anymore. Like for me, my upper back up and then the rest of my neck is not supported. But I do feel my shoulder blades resting against the backrest. And if you're leaning back, can you allow your back muscles to soften a bit and really take advantage of that back support? And then feeling the front of the torso, starting with the belly. Allowing the belly to be soft. Receiving your breath into that soft belly. You might even feel a little bit of expansion and contraction of the abdomen with your breath. Don't overthink it. Simply notice if that's what's happening for you. If anybody ever told you you should suck in your stomach while you're sitting, then let that cue go, because that's not necessary. Just allow yourself to relax. Feeling the chest, the ribs. You might feel a gentle rising and falling or expanding and contracting of the ribs with your breath as well. You don't have to make anything happen. Simply notice if you can feel those types of sensations. You might be able to feel your heart beating. Some people can feel that, some cannot feel that. Either way, just notice that center of the chest. And besides the heartbeat, what's the emotional state at the moment? Is there joy, sadness, neutral? Any feelings that are present in that heart center? Just simply observe them. Simply accepting what is there right now. And then feeling your shoulders as they're relaxing away from your ears. Noticing the arms relaxing away from the shoulders as your hands are supported by your lap. Fingers are in a natural little curl. And the palms of your hands might feel warm or maybe a little swirly. Notice whatever sensations are present in the palms of your hands. Then bringing awareness to your face, noticing the forehead. Can you allow your forehead to be smooth and cool? Can you allow those circular muscles around your eyes to be soft and relaxed? Can you allow a little space between your top and your bottom teeth? Almost like your jaw is hanging down a little tiny bit, but your lips can stay together. And can you allow your tongue to be relaxed and broad in your mouth? Just do a brief full body scan now. Notice if there's any area of unnecessary tension that you can just easily let go on an out breath. And if not, then simply accept that there's a little tension in the body still. Bring your awareness to the nostrils. And notice the sensation of cool air entering your nose as you're breathing in. And then feel the difference with the warmer air leaving your nose as you're breathing out. Now you don't need to try and breathe any different than you automatically were. Super calm, easy, effortless breath. How effortless can you make that breath? I've heard it said that the ideal breath is one where you can barely notice your nose hairs moving. So just the idea that the breath is so calm, so quiet, so easy, so subtle, that not even a hair in your nose is reacting to it. So really a sweet, easy breath. It's not very deep, just simply easy and calm. Because when you're sitting super quiet, you really don't need a ton of oxygen. So no need to overbreathe. So allow your body to set the pace of your breath. I personally find it helpful to lift my gaze a little bit. It helps me stay focused. So what that means is that with my eyes gently closed, I lift my eyes a little bit as if I'm looking through an opening between my eyebrows. And I do that very lightly as well, no effort, because if I put a lot of effort in that, I'll get a headache. So really lightly lifting that gaze. And then having this very easy, effortless breath. With every out breath, relaxing and softening even a little more. Just letting go. If you would like to use a mantra, today I'd like to suggest on the in-breath, I am, on the out-breath, calm. Of course, if that's not the word that works for you, come up with a different one. Keeping the breath effortless, lifting the gaze if that works for you. Every out-breath easing up. I am calm. I am calm. And if you notice thoughts passing through, simply allow them to pass through. Don't fight them, but don't follow them either. Just stick with your awareness of the breath and the mantra, the I am calm. And when you get distracted, simply bring it back. Bring your focus back. Releasing the mantra. Just simply bring awareness to how you're feeling. Noticing your body sitting in the chair. Breathing, effortless. Noticing the state of your heart right now. Noticing the state of your mind right now. You might feel a sense of peace, calm, ease, maybe a sense of joy. Now imagine this calm, peace, joy, ease radiating out from you effortlessly. Nothing you need to try and do, nothing you need to push. simply radiating out from you like a rose simply radiates its smell without like trying to make you smell it. And then imagine that effortlessly touching the people around you, affecting them in a positive way. Maybe you have some people in mind who particularly would benefit from this. Just imagine them soaking it up and receiving it from you. And it's not diminishing you or however you feel, it's actually multiplying it. Just effortlessly sharing this with those around you. You can take this as far as your whole city, your whole state, country, and eventually enveloping the whole planet. Just effortlessly shining your light, your ease, your peace, and sharing it with the whole world. This is just a different type of prayer. When that feels complete, rub your hands together until they feel nice and warm. And then those warm hands, place them over your eyes, or a place in your body that needs it. And then soak in that energy, that warmth. Blink your eyes a few times, look up and down and side to side. And then if you close your eyes again or gaze down, lower your hands down. Maybe place your hands in front of your chest. And then when you feel ready, allow yourself to lift your gaze. Maybe you see some pictures on your screen of other people, and then just send a little blessing their way to each other. Thank you for meditating with the group today, and I wish you a wonderful 2 weeks, especially being in orchards, picking apples, enjoying cooler weather. I hope to see you in 2 weeks. Namaste.